All right, everybody. Now, I've been talking about hackers and what can you do with this technology, which a lot of religions will call it the devil's technology, which I've explained why I see their point. Right? And everything can be negative or positive. Right? And if it's a good power, then if negative gets a hold of it, well, they can do what negative does with it, like they would do with nukes. You know what I mean? And so, what's the next hacker's trick? To use technology to make people go bonkers and not like it and all this kind of stuff. But I research things and know what to research, where to attack, what to check first before I do a full attack. Right? And when it comes to technology, it's a lot of it, it's the software. Right? As I know a little bit about it, back in the 2000s when I played around with computers, as my dad likes to play around with computers. Right? And I don't like them too much because computers tend to need a bang to work and tend to irritate my little demons of doing the same repeats. And so I go, you stupid bloody computer, this is not an area I would like to become a professional in. Man, once I get through this, I can't wait to not have to use you as you're a very annoying machine. And we've got a long way to go before we can see Star Trek and people using machines as they will be machines. At the moment, we're more into the experimental, more profitable area where you experiment past the buck, technology problems, hackers involved, issues all around the world, right? That's where we're at, technology. Until we can get a leader or leaders to get together to sort out this technology issue, which is created all around the world and can create much bigger problems, as people are talking about, as myself, when it comes to psychology, how they can use to steal information and also make you go stupid and talk stupid shit and waste your time and blah, 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 blah. How could you use that in hackability without looking like you're doing anything, right? It's a study. Right? I understand studies. Right? Depends on what I want to study, what area would be effective for me. If it got attacked towards me, it'd be an area that I'd have to study to find out the problem, right? Study. And so when it comes to what's the next hacker's bullshit they can do to your programs to piss you off and tip you off and go, now get on my side, otherwise I'm just going to constantly piss you off because you have to use this thing at the moment because you're just one dude or you're one sector that we're bothering until all sectors get together. Right? And we do this to all sectors. We even do tests on ships to see if we can take over navigational systems to cause havoc as use, and it'll be a lesson to use because you don't know how to control what you've already got and you're rushing for profit and money. What kind of tests would they play? What kind of things would you see around the world? So on, so on, and so on. In this one, check it out. You know when you get a clip up, right, and then it goes down to the bottom so you can click it up again? I just asked Emma as well, and she's into the phones more as I don't like to get into things that waste my time, like this thing's doing right now. Right. When it comes to why did it all of a sudden on this phone want to go down here like these other things I've recorded? Can you see that little file, that little skinny nothing? That should be sitting up like that so you can easily push it for when you go down like that. But it wants to sit down there. Right. And see if I can get to it, and I'll show you the pointing. Oh, there we go. I managed to do it with my fat fingers. Now, how would you want to irritate someone with fat fingers? Ha! So you can get outcomes and shit stirs on something that knows that that you're doing it to them. How would you get such outcomes, people? Do you know psychology? How do you tick off someone? You could say that I can do it to you, and I will, and I'll do it all around you. But if you do it to me, I'm going to get you. How would you do that to someone? You can create laws. You can create problems. So when you go, no, I don't want to see this file anymore. I'll show you the point in a sec. Bonk. It goes all the way down there. Now you can grab it and you can stretch it up, and there's someone who's trying to fix it for us to get it like you can do on a computer, as I understand, right? See, look, they did that, and I went, oh, yeah. Right? But why is it doing that now? I don't know. Just started doing it the last couple of days. Someone who's blind. Now, if you understand tricks that I'm talking about, one-off occurrence every now and then, once a year, once every... Yeah, but if you get it constantly and constantly, what would you call that in different ways? If it's not that, it's you have to edit, you have to do this. You should check out the story I'm going to release if they don't kill me first. Because it's certain areas where they wouldn't want you to discuss. But luckily I discuss things to the government and the police. But if those areas are affected, what outcome would I get? Who would I expect to see? What things would you expect to see? Could a story be released? What kind of things do you make sure, if such things were happening, what steps would you do? You see? How can you communicate to the real world when we're allowed to have terrible acts of terror be still left up because it makes good money, you see? Entertainment. When we have people who want to speak real truth and information and wants to get things researched, but they'll be easily removed and deleted and not discussed, like kids having drinks of alcohol with their parents not around and putting them up on YouTube. What do you reckon? Do you think when we talk about certain things at certain times that we need to have neighbourhood watch because we start to have certain things start to happen around us at certain times? When we start to have certain things happen around us at certain times and no one's watching your videos when you post, is it because you post? Or is it because people do tricks and tactics? You can download someone's clip from YouTube, which is a trick and tactics, and have the person that posted it get nothing, receive nothing, and you repost it wherever you want on YouTube, where the algorithm, or wherever you want on TikTok or wherever, because you've got an algorithm, you've got fans and stuff, and you can repost and redo bullshit to your propaganda. How do we fix such a system that can easily be hacked? Is such a system best not to have? A little bit like nukes, best not to be used. Is this world addicted to such a system that we used to not have not long ago and function? Do you think they could go back and restart, like getting recalls on robots and AIs, even though they did a lot of work? Now you've got to do more work. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say something like that? Does that mean humans are lazy and would happily debate for ages because of profit and laziness? What do you think? Do you think once I went to show something that suddenly things died down and it's just a one-off tactic trick when it comes to when you try to show people certain things? Does it take the debate from the person that posted it to find out answers, or propaganda from the reposts from others? How do we stop such things out there, people? Can real evidence and proof of what people believe of why they posted such things could help that? Does it help when other teams make their own opinions of one-way decisions? What do you reckon? Have a good one out there and see you later. What is neighbourhood watch to you? Why do we have cameras at the front of our house? Should you only have cameras at the front of our house if you've had a previous incident before? Is that more logical to a law and fair to the ones that have cameras to do other things and never had a true incident except they're trying to make themselves look good in another? Perhaps like drug dealers and gun dealers and killers that have cameras to see if someone's coming to stop them from doing wrong, what they believe is wrong, the law or righteous. What do you reckon? Have a good one and see you later.